I help my clients unlearn everything they think they know about fitness and fat loss. Having been through years and years of fad diets and being exposed to diet culture, many of them are misinformed about what actually works for weight loss. One of the biggest misconceptions is that weight loss is simple. People believe that a reductionist approach to weight loss is what works. Approaches like cutting out carbs, juice fasting, HIIT sessions, only doing cardio to lose weight, cutting out fat, or avoiding sugar. But put it this way, if weight loss was simple and a reductionist approach worked, no one would have a weight problem. I'm Max Lowry. I'm an author, weight loss coach, and behavioral change expert. For the last 10 years, I've helped people lose weight whilst eating the foods they enjoy and without spending hours in the gym. The fundamental principle of weight loss is to achieve a calorie deficit. That concept is simple, but in practice, it can be very complicated. And that's because human beings are complex, emotional beings. There are literally thousands of variables that need to be taken into consideration when you're trying to achieve long-term weight loss. One of these key variables is your environment. Recent advances in the science of behavioral change have showed us that if we want to change ourselves, we should change our environment. The weight loss and fitness industry is very much focused on willpower and motivation in order to get a result. But the issue with willpower and motivation is that they are finite resources and they come and go like the wind. Behavioral psychologists, on the other hand, have been studying this for years, and the research has showed us that making changes to our workplaces and our homes can make a massive impact for our behavior, much more than willpower and motivation alone. Because the truth is, motivation is overvalued. The environment we live in is the invisible hand that shapes our behavior. In the Western world, there is even a name for the environment which we live in, which is promoting obesity. It's known as the obesogenic environment. The Western world seems to be set up in a way that encourages obesity. Things like fast food culture, car-dependent urban planning, aggressive advertising of processed foods, lack of access to fresh produce, sedentary lifestyles encouraged by technology, supersized portions, economic policy favoring unhealthy options, and consumerist culture and instant gratification. These factors create an environment where unhealthy choices are easier, cheaper, and more convenient. But not only does our society promote obesity, even our personal environments promote weight gain. When it comes to weight loss, you need to consider the two personal environments. You have your external environment, which is the physical environment around you, like your home and your workplace. Then you have your internal environment, which is your psychology, your mindset, your beliefs, and your identity. You must address the inner and the external environments in order to create long-lasting change. And it's exactly what I have a lot of experience helping my clients with. So first things first, how do we address the external environment? Well, the ultimate goal is to automate good decisions. This will mean that you don't have to depend on willpower and self-discipline to achieve your goal. Here are the exact same tips I give my one-on-one coaching clients to help them create an external environment that makes success inevitable. Let's start with redesigning your home environment. Fill your fridge with healthy food. Remove ultra-processed foods from the house so you're not tempted. Failing this, keep them out of sight and out of reach. Make it hard for you to access these kinds of foods. Use smaller plates when eating. This is a really powerful one and there's a lot of research back behind it. Eat meals at the dining table instead of at the TV or at your desk, and take proper lunch and dinner breaks. Make it a habit to clean up immediately after eating. This will reduce the likelihood of you grazing after the meal is finished. And a big one for my clients is make a meal plan for the week ahead. Front load your decisions so that you're not caught off guard when your life gets really busy and hectic during the week. Right now we have your pace of work. This could be in the office or your home office. Remove snacks from your desk and drawers. Have a large reusable bottle of water on your desk because you can often confuse hunger with thirst, and staying hydrated can reduce your calorie intake. Eat in a designated eating area, not at your desk. Mindful eating is really, really powerful for reducing overall calorie intake. Consider a standing desk. I have a standing desk and it just means that you are able to move easier. You have more energy over the day and you end up burning more calories by standing. Bring your own lunch into work rather than being caught off guard and having to buy whatever is available to you. Take regular breaks to avoid procrastination and boredom snacking. Many people often snack at the mid-morning and mid-afternoon slump in their energy levels, and in actual fact, they don't necessarily need food, they just need to get off their desk and do something else. So go out, get some steps in, get some fresh air, come back, assess if you're still hungry, most likely you won't be. Schedule walking meetings instead of sit-down meetings. Many meetings don't need to be done sat down in the office. So get outside, get some fresh air. Notice the energy of the conversation in the meeting that you have. There will be a big difference. Become someone that never takes the lift and always take the stairs. This is a big one. Park far away from the office, or if you don't take your car, get off a stop early and walk into the office and the same on the return. You will drastically increase the amount of steps that you do by doing this. Get yourself an accountability partner in the office. Accountability is a key part of my coaching process. You are far more likely to succeed and be consistent if you have an accountability partner. Right, next we have when you go food shopping. Shop with a dedicated list rather than going in blind. This can make a huge difference. This may sound obvious, but do not go to the shops hungry. You are going to make emotional-led decisions instead of logical-based decisions. Fill your cart with the healthy options first. And if you are incredibly busy, and this is a big tip I give my clients, and you live in a country that has this, get an automated shopping delivery that comes once a week with all your staples. So again, you're not caught off guard in a rush and having to make decisions on the spot. It's all about making decisions up front and not being caught off guard. All right, so those are some great tips to incorporate into your home and work environment. Let me know in the comments which ones you're going to incorporate and which ones you think would be the most powerful. So next we have how to hack your inner environment. And really, I use the word hack, but there is no way that you can speed this process up. This aspect is quite challenging, especially if you're trying to do it by yourself. This is where I spend most of my time with my one-on-one coaching clients, is addressing the inner problems that ultimately have caused this situation. It's hard because most of the inner battles that you're dealing with are unconscious. You don't even realize they're a problem. Working with an expert who has first-hand experience is the quickest and most efficient way to suddenly make these unconscious issues conscious. And once they're conscious, you can do something about it. If you would like the opportunity of working with myself and my team to achieve long-term weight loss, click the link below to fill in an application for our one-on-one coaching program. That being said, I'll do my best right here, right now to help you address the inner environment and get long-term success. Number one, shift your identity. You may hear me go on about this all the time, but this is probably the fundamental principle of behavioral change. The goal isn't to lose weight, it's to become someone that enjoys eating healthily and being active. Instead of saying, I'm trying to lose weight, tell yourself that you are someone that loves eating healthily and prioritizing movement. This shifts the behavior from something you're trying to do to something that you are. If you've always seen yourself as the chubby one, it's time to let that identity go. Replace it with something like, in the past, I have struggled with my weight, but now I'm working on improving that. Again, I can't stress how important this step is. It is fundamental to creating long-lasting change. If you do not address this, you may hit your weight loss goal, but as soon as you hit it, you will return back to your existing identity and the weight will come back on. Number two, adopt a growth mindset. Someone with a growth mindset sees challenges as opportunities and believes that they can fundamentally achieve and learn anything that they put their mind to. Whereas someone with a fixed mindset will tell themselves that it's their genetics, it's their metabolism, that they've never liked exercise, that they don't have the time. They feel like they are victims of their situation and they are powerless to change anything. Number three, assess your limiting beliefs. Confront beliefs that hold you back. Beliefs like, I don't have the time, I don't enjoy exercise, I've always been the chubby one, I've tried everything, I can't control my eating habits, I have a sweet tooth. All these are unconscious limiting beliefs that ultimately become self-fulfilling prophecies. The more you say things like that out loud and inside your own head, the more it will affect your decision-making and your behavior on a day-to-day basis. Replace limiting self-beliefs with empowering ones like, I can make the time, I can find the time, I can learn to enjoy cooking, I'm getting better at making healthy choices. This aspect can be quite difficult, especially if the limiting beliefs are unconscious, and most of them will be unconscious, so you won't even realize that they're a problem. Number four, practice visualization. Get very clear on who it is you're trying to become and why. If you're not very clear on your goals and why they're important to you, it's going to be very difficult to achieve them. Because when you are clear on what you're trying to achieve, it subconsciously and consciously affects your decision making on a day-to-day basis because you have that end goal in sight. Think of it like this. If you had a business and you had no 5-year plan, how would your employees and your business grow? You wouldn't know how to act and what to do on a day-to-day basis. It's exactly the same with behavioral change and weight loss and fitness. And finally, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is an incredibly important part of this entire process. All mindfulness means is being aware of what your automatic thoughts and feelings and reactions are in certain situations. Many people turn to food in times of stress and negative emotion. If you are aware and mindful that that is a problem, and you become aware of what the triggers are, then you can potentially change that behavior and replace it with something else. But it all starts with being mindful and aware that it's a problem in the first place. So contrary to popular belief, achieving long-term weight loss has absolutely nothing to do with willpower and motivation. It's an intricate interplay of our inner and external environments. By mindfully addressing and reshaping both of our inner and our external environments, you can finally escape the diet cycle and achieve long-term weight loss. This is one of many reasons why long-term weight loss is factors can be complicated, and why cutting out the foods you love and punishing yourself in the gym is never going to work in the long term. If you've enjoyed this video and want to be notified for future weight loss content, make sure you hit subscribe and hit the like button, because obviously it shows the YouTube algorithms that I'm making good content and more people will see it. If you have any questions at all, let me know in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you next week for some more free content that will help you achieve long-lasting success.